Hey everybody, this is John and welcome to the free video. I've been at a couple of conferences over the last, Thursday, Friday, and then Monday, Tuesday. And so now, of course, been watching the markets by phone, which is always a lot different than sitting in front of the markets. And, what's interesting is if you look at this, so here's Wednesday, right? So think of looking at this from a phone. So you got Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. And so that's on the Qs. And then if you look at the spiders, it's a little different story. So on the Qs, at least, it's holding some decent support. But then if you look at this, so you got Thursday, Friday, so Thursday, it's like, oh gosh, man, the market's getting hammered. This thing's toast. Friday, oh, nice close. Or nice move higher, nice gap up and move higher, recovered almost all the gains. And then Monday, and then it looks ugly again on Tuesday, and then of course today was slightly up. And it's just it's a very, very mixed market. Not surprising that we're seeing a squeeze develop here. And at this point, I mean, tomorrow's Thursday, the day before the unemployment numbers, and then from there, it's hurry up and wait game. I think that we are going to pop up to the upside. Not that from a realistic point of view that makes any sense. It's just the way the markets are acting. It's just the way the markets are kind of coiling. I mean, we're seeing stocks like Amazon. I mean, this thing is just tearing the place up. A lot of acquisitions going on. Twitter, is the one in play right now, and they sent out a notice today that they want to conclude. Let's see. Twitter has told potential acquirers it is seeking to conclude negotiations about selling itself by the time it reports third quarter earnings on October 27th. Okay, now that doesn't mean that they're going to figure out a deal, but that's, it's in play. It's got amazing volume that's continuing to go. This reminds me of Virgin. If you guys remember Virgin Airways, prior to its deal, same thing. There was all this chatter. You could see the rise in volume, and then boom. So it doesn't mean, of course, that Twitter is going to get acquired, or maybe it's just all a bunch of rumors. But it is, in this kind of a market, that's the kind of froth that is going on. And I like that one. We bought some calls on it just more for fun, with the idea that could get a little bit more action. Buying some in-the-money calls in November. And then last but not least, we are seeing some pretty big moves here in TLT, okay, the downside, and gold. And gold broke down in a big way, and it wasn't really that the dollar exploded higher. Gold is just very, very antsy right now. And you can see from this move, just a very, very big move down from 125 bucks, almost a little over a $4 move. Okay, so big moves there in GLD. So what are the things that look interesting in this market? Well, if you're looking at the Twitter stuff, you don't want to buy any stocks here that are in the running, for buying the company. Usually the acquiring company goes down. So Google, it's been a little flat. CRM, it's actually been losing. You can see today, I mean, look at the volume on this, and it's not like it's having any bad news. It's just like, wow, if they buy Twitter, that's going to hurt the company. And then those are the two main ones, and you've heard, Disney has kind of been in the running. I don't know if Apple's in the running or not, but you can see it's not falling. So I don't know. It'll be interesting just to see how that plays itself out. So we've got a lot of hurry up and wait into non-farm payrolls, and I do think non-farm payrolls are going to be volatile, and of course the upcoming elections are going to be very volatile as well. All right, so for those of you that don't know, we do have a presidential election coming up in about less than 5 weeks now. It is going to be contentious. It is going to have market-moving capabilities, more so than any election that I've seen coming up. We've got a class set up, simplertrading.com/election, where Raghi and I are essentially going to be showing how we're getting prepared for the election, how we're going to trade the election, and how we're going to trade the aftermath of the election. So what are we going to be talking about here? So this is a nutshell. This is kind of the key bullet points. We're going to be talking about preparing to exploit market euphoria or panic. Guess what? If Hillary wins, the financials will be euphoric. If Donald wins, defense stocks will be euphoric. And the other thing to keep in mind is if Donald wins, then central banks are at this point going to continue on an easing path. If Hillary wins, she's a friend to finance. They'll finally be allowed to start raising rates, which is good for them because they'll start making a lot more money. Okay, so what happens to the stock market in that situation? I mean, there's a lot of implications. Understanding what's happening. This election has the potential to trigger a seismic shift in market trends, as I just kind of talked about. If you aren't ready for it, something like this is that you don't want to be surprised. Not only do you not want to be surprised by something that was completely unexpected, like, wow, I didn't know that the market was going to do that, but at the same time, from a trading perspective, we obviously want to be able to take advantage of it as much as we can. Tools for trading the tsunami. What I've seen in situations like this is that some popular strategies typically will fail during the short-term period of the couple days before, during, and after the election. And we'll be talking about which tools we like to use. And things like Deutsche Bank, okay, and the derivatives powder keg. What all is in place for that, depending on which candidate wins. And then strategies for intraday and swing trading. So we're going to be talking about trading futures, forex, as well as options on individual ETFs and some stocks that would be impacted like that. And so it's kind of a nice overall course where we'll be trading anything that moves, but in the context of what's going to be, I think, the most contentious presidential election, at least in recent memory. So, simplertrading.com/election. So the basic package where you can come in on Saturday class. Rogge and I will go through all the stuff and all the different strategies that we're going to be using, $497. And we are also that's going to be on Saturday, October 15th. And essentially all the strategies to get you prepared for the election. And then all the different scenarios. Like, okay, look, if Donald wins, this is what we're looking for to happen. If Hillary wins, this is what we're looking for to happen. And this is how we're preparing for it. And this is what we're doing. And then if you want to step up and do the professional package, we'll have 3 live trading days. And it includes the Saturday class, but we're going to do live trading on the 18th and 20th to kind of get ready and get positioned for the election. And then we're also going to trade. We're going to kind of I don't want to say pull an all-nighter, but the idea is we're going to trade the day of the election. So that's going to obviously be in the evening. We don't know how long that's going to go till. I traded in, I think it was 2000. Or no, was it 2000? Maybe it was 2000. After a while it gets fuzzy. But there are some times when a presidential election, you have no idea. It may be 3 a.m. and people still don't know, or it's 9 o'clock at night and people know, or it's weeks, and we don't know if it's going to be obvious by 9 o'clock that night or midnight, and we're going to be trading that, and that is going to be a lot of fun. We've never done that before. There's some amazing opportunities that can come in if you know what to do, and obviously that'll be, since the cash market will be closed, we'll be focusing more on futures and forex and things like that too. But also, it's a way for us to hedge any stock positions that we have using those markets. So anyway, it'll be a lot of fun, and looking forward to seeing you guys there.